All right, a little over a year ago, can't remember the exact date, but we were on sermon audio for a while. I was on sermon audio, actually, if I remember correctly, I think it was before YouTube. Right around that same period when I was getting into YouTube. And we were on there for many years as Bible Believers Fellowship. And we kind of went our separate ways and things. You know, when I got married, my wife and I, we moved away from, Lancaster County initially, and then Pennsylvania altogether. And brother Jesse Deleski and his wife and children, they kind of went and did their own thing too. And the other people that were part of it, everybody just kind of did their, went their own ways and went and joined other groups and whatever else. And so that part of sermon audio went down. The Deleskis had it for a little bit, and then they just, said, well, we're just going to let the thing go. And there we also used to have kjvbbf.com, and they let that go too. It's fine, times change and whatever. But a brother, a dear brother and Lord friend of the ministry for many years now, he said, hey, I think it'd be good to be back on sermon audio, because there's a good whatever on there, a good group of people and things, people can find you and whatever else. And I said, okay. And he said, I'll take care of everything. You don't have to do anything, upload anything or else or whatever. He took care of everything. I would put up videos on YouTube, and he would take them and put them as audio and also many times as video. So it went pretty good for a long time. And we came out with our video on natural free birthing for Bible believers. And in that video, we discussed a thing about the danger if you're going to have a child at home. If you're an interracial couple, there can be problems with birthing, backed up by science. I mean, I think it was Stanford University, medical university, and they came out and said, that like a Polish man, white Polish man, and a Asian woman like a Filipino or something, there's going to be skeletal differences and things there. And the I'm not going to get into all the technical terms, but obviously when the baby's coming out, there could be genetic issues there, make problems, and have to have a cesarean section and things like this. So that's all we said. Okay, we just simply said, reiterated our beliefs that God's design is for people to marry within their own nationality, their own ethnicity. All right, it eliminates problems and things like this. I mean, we have quote medical studies saying yes, there are problems when you have people and whatever. So we brought that thing out, and I get this email from Sermon Audio, and they said, we've received complaints about your study on the free birthing thing. We've received complaints because you're a racist. And again, to reiterate my stand, we're not racist. Racism, if you look up the dictionary definition, is that one race or some races are superior to others, and the inferior races should be eliminated. Hitler practiced that well. Okay, I have never taught that. I have never said that there is a superior race. I believe that the Jews are a chosen people, but I don't believe that they are somehow superior to other people and that other non-Jews should be eliminated or something like this. I don't teach that. I never have, nor will I ever teach that. Again, I believe in preserving ethnicity, unique ethnicity, by separation. I don't believe in blending everybody together, right? I'm not a racist. People that believe in integration and mixing and things like that, they're the racists, okay? I mean, if you blend all black people with other races, guess what? A few generations later, you've wiped out pure black people, okay? So who's really the racist? You see, integrationists are racists. Segregationists are not. But, so, I get this thing. You're a racist. We had some comments about your racist video. And I said, okay, as a Christian, I believe that it is my right to be able to face my accusers. They brought an accusation against me. I should be able to face them. And he said, the guy, Bill Noonkesser was his name that I was dealing with. And he said, there were no accusations. We just feel it's inappropriate. So you lied. Again, I have the video to prove it. I've showed the emails and things. And it went back and forth a little bit. and they kicked me off of Sermon Audio. And I wasn't really hurt or anything. It wasn't like, oh no, what am I going to do without that? It was just like, a bunch of hypocrites. Now I understand why the Lord got, myself and the brother that was taking care of it, why he got us away from Sermon Audio. I'm going to show you this thing, this announcement from Sermon Audio. Check this out. Put this up on screen. We've got an exciting new update to our Amazon Echo development efforts that I wanted to let you know about. As many of you may have heard, there's an exciting new piece of audio technology that is proving itself to be more than a mere novelty. It's called the Echo, and it's basically a smart speaker developed by Amazon.com. The device consists of a 9-inch tall cylinder speaker with a 7-piece microphone array. The Echo is capable of performing a host of functions simply with natural voice interaction. Let me just stop there for a minute. It's called a listening device for the goons, to be very blunt. The New World Order people. They want to put these things in your home so that they can spy on you whenever they want to. All right. I remember Ruckman's book, The Mark of the Beast here. Let me see if I can find it quick. I'll keep talking. Find the picture that he has. The desire for these people, they're control freaks. Again, Satan is omnipresent, and God is omnipresent. God is omnipresent. Erase that last part. That's probably going to be used in a video against me now. God is omnipresent, and Satan wants to imitate that. He wants to counterfeit God's omnipresent, capabilities. And so the devil has to do it through computerized, means and things like this. But I thought this was pretty good. 3-dimensional television receiving the kiss of 666. And it says, this home is mentally healthy. There's a little medallion there and a Hugh, United Nations psychiatrist. Let me show you that. Quite a blessing here. So, there you go. You can see the thing right there. But see, and you say, well, that's just a joke, Ruckman's weird sense of humor. Yeah, I understand it's a weird sense of humor, but there's a lot of truth in it. They're doing all this stuff now, If you speak against perverts, you're homophobic or transphobic or whatever else. They're trying to control speech. So it will eventually get to a point where they're going to say you're mentally sick and you should have intervention, go to a re-education camp or something like this. That's what this Amazon Echo thing is about. Your cell phone, they can listen in through that. The NSA can listen through your cell phone. There's all kinds of listening devices that these control freaks are trying to get into people's homes. And there's a lot of technologies and things that I'm aware of, military type of stuff that they can, listen to you and stuff like this. I understand that. But if they can get you to just make it very easy by putting one of these Echo things, stick it into your home, and it just can listen to everything, it's even easier for them. So again, why would Christians, and most of these guys are Baptist on the Sermon Audio thing, why would they not have any more discernment to say, well, let's stay away from this technology stuff like that that's pretty bad, this Echo thing. But anyways, let me continue here. It says, we are working hard to integrate Sermon Audio into the Amazon Echo so that anyone with just their voice can listen to featured sermons, staff picks, the 24/7 radio station, and even the live webcast and newest sermons directly from your church. Now check this out. Here's where it starts to get interesting. As we have been working on this project, we quickly discovered that we need a simpler, more consistent way for a user to be able to set my church to with only their voice. For example, if a user wanted to set my church to Calvary Baptist Church, the device would not know which one of the dozens of churches with the same name you were wanting to select. And with the thousands of broadcasters currently on the site, we needed a way to accurately select a church using only one's voice. Here we go. Each broadcaster now has a code ID. To solve this problem, we have now assigned a unique 5-digit code ID to every broadcaster, so that if you are having a hard time finding your church by name, You can now specify the 5-digit number and immediately the correct church will be presented. So in the case of the Echo, a user could simply say, set my church to 12345, and it would get it right every time. You can discover any church's code ID in the About tab of any broadcaster homepage, and this code works on all apps and platforms. This is just one of the many exciting developments we are busy working on. Look at this. There's an awful lot more to come. Thank you for your continued interest and support, Stephen Lee, and Proverbs 30 verses 5 through 6. Right, sure. Isn't that interesting? A 5-digit ID for churches. 5 is the number of death in the Bible. I find that to be very interesting. And there's a whole lot more I could say about the number 5. We're not going to get into all that. But because there's a Bible system of numbers, by the way. Okay, 666, we know about that. The number 7, there's 7 spirits of God. If you watch the Revelation studies. 3, 1, there's a lot of significant numbers. 9, fruit, fruits of the Spirit. There's a lot of numbers in the Bible, so I'm not trying to mix witchcraft, occult numerology with Scripture. They get it from perverting Scripture, the Scripture, God's system of numbers. But just found that very, very interesting. So in other words, these church buildings out there, at least the ones going through the sermon audio thing, are now getting yoked up with ID numbers. I mean, nothing conspiratorial here, I'm sure. This is not, it won't be used in the time of Jacob's trouble. It's just going to be right. Yeah, I'd stay away from sermon audio. Okay, and I was contacted by other brethren too, by the way, that they had also been kicked off of sermon audio. It's kind of like they did a purge of real Bible believing channels on sermon audio. I'd be real careful before I listen to anything on sermon audio. So, crazy. That's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching.